Yeah, okay, I cannot sit and be broke, man, this isn't a joke, this shit, I'm tryna stack me $1 million. I am not waiting for nothing, a train or a bus, I'ma make this shit stack to the ceiling. Tired of missing vacations, birthday celebrations, because of my pockets been hurting. I'm sick of waiting on labels, of waiting these tables, I need it, you know I deserve it.
Yeah, Unc is doing Unc, and Danny's probably asleep right now. But let's get into the damn thing. There's gonna be a lot of different changes. We're going through a little rebranding, and with things, it's always good to go through a rebranding and kind of see where you're at. With everything that you do, you need to go through a rebranding in life. But there's a couple things that people have been asking me to talk about. And it's also some things that I've been noticing that has been real frequent in conversations and claims and so forth. And one of the things is I hear a lot of women saying that they're alpha women. Okay, we could talk about that. And me personally, this is just me. I don't believe there's no such. I believe there might be a minute, like I'm talking about really, really small number of alpha women, if there is any. Reason being is, I'm gonna tell you why I feel that there is no such thing as an alpha woman. One, let's go back to us really like talking about alphas and betas and stuff. This is a new term for a lot of people, and I think I'm gonna debunk all that shit, right? When it comes down to being an alpha woman, my thing is like this is why I don't feel that there's any alpha woman. And we'll get on the guys next. Don't worry, I'm not here to bash women or anything like that. But I feel that there's not a such thing as the alpha. I do believe that there's a strong woman, but I don't believe there's a such thing as the alpha woman. Just for the simple fact that one of the biggest things is being self-sufficient. Okay, I get it. A lot of you guys are independent and so forth and so forth. But are you leaders? That's the question. Are you leaders? Okay, first, if you're just now using the term alpha and you never been a leader in your life, never led, not great at decision making, and you have a man, first off, your man should be kind of concerned if he's with a alpha woman, in my opinion, because that makes him like beta as hell. Two, if we really want to talk about it, can you guys completely do every single thing by yourself? And I don't want to hear this shit where you're like, well, I raise my kids up by myself, I go to work, I do this, woo, woo. That's cool. You are strong at what you do. But that doesn't make you an alpha woman. You're doing what you need to do, and you're doing it to the best of your abilities. Okay? So, again, that doesn't make you an alpha woman. Sorry. Two, if your car was, let me ask you a question. If your car was to break down in the middle of the road, let's say you're driving from Vegas to St. Louis, are you going to get out and try to diagnose it, fix the tires, do this, do that, without calling somebody first? That's a big step. And a lot of people, there's not a lot of alpha men. So if there's not a lot of alpha men, then how is there any alpha women? There could be people that have alpha characteristics. There could be people or men that have alpha energy, whatever the case is. But I mean, like, what really makes you an alpha woman? most of the time, women say, "Well, I'm independent." Okay, that doesn't make you alpha. Well, I raised my kids by myself with no help. Still doesn't make you alpha. That makes you a great mom, and you're doing what you have to do. Um, are you able to take accountability? I have yet to meet one woman that 100% takes accountability. You might take some, but you won't take none, or make excuses. So this is not just, you can't just pick one trait out of all these different alpha traits and say that you're alpha. It doesn't work like that. And a lot of you guys get confused. A lot of you guys think that it does work like that. I had a lot of people hitting me up today with different questions and shit. And I'm like, dude, some of y'all questions is like, I'm fucking crazy. Um, but a lot of the shit was talking about alpha, beta, and woo, woo. Okay, cool. Um, are you a bold person? Like, are you a person that's just gonna do things without being told? Um, not afraid to talk to other people, network, shake hands, kiss babies, so forth and so forth. Now, you might be bold, but are you those other characteristics that I mentioned? That's the question. Because a lot of you guys get confused. Is that you're an alpha woman because you're a strong woman. An alpha woman and a strong woman are two different things. And that's what you got to understand. So I want you to really answer, like, this is half of it, the traits. But I want you to really dive real deep inside of you. Dig deep and really think to yourself, are you really an alpha? Are you really so self-sustainable that you can't, or that, are you so self-sustainable that you can live without a man? I just want to know. A lot of women, because of feminism, think that they could live without a man. They don't need a man for nothing, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. I was reading a post earlier today, and a girl was saying that, she's the biggest alpha woman that she knows. And I said, well, how are you an alpha woman? She couldn't tell me. Do you have ambition? Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all are handed a lot of shit. And with pride and confidence, are you able to check your pride at the door? A lot of you can't. I'm gonna tell you another thing too. A lot of people, period, they got to be on their chest that they're alpha. That's rule one to me, actually. If you got to say that you're an alpha, if you always got to preach that you're an alpha, you're not alpha, because your energy and the traits that I mentioned before shows other people really make you that. So ask yourself, like, are you really all these traits? Not just one, not just two, not just three traits. Are you all these traits? 9 times out of 10, you're not. Like I said, it's only about 10%, 10 to, I'd say 8 to 10% of males that are alpha. I'm not talking about your contextual alphas. I'm not talking about people that's more alpha omega. No, I'm not talking about the people that had to learn how to be. If you have to learn how to be alpha, you're not alpha. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry to say. So ask yourself that. That's just for the women. And I didn't want to come here and beat y'all down and and ask you all these alpha traits. But I just wanted to ask you some because I know that the ones I just asked, most of you are not all those traits. Are you accountable? Do you learn from every mistake? Are you humble enough to not have to brag about yourself? I'm just asking. Now I'm gonna debunk what a lot of men, just because you got money also for the men doesn't make you alpha. Or we could say for people, period. Just because you have a lot of money or getting money does not make you alpha. It makes you rich or wealthy depending on the status, your status, and how much money you're getting to. Now, man, I'm gonna ask y'all this. I hear a lot of men talking, I'm alpha this. Are you any of those traits? Are you self-sustainable? Do you learn from every mistake? Do you need people to validate you for your pride and ego? Are you powerful? Those are just some of the fucking traits. Do you have ambition? A lot of y'all don't even have ambitions. How are you alpha if you don't have any ambition? It's like a big part of being alpha. 8 out of 10 guys that I know personally, they're not accountable for their actions. They don't take accountability whatsoever. You don't even push yourself hard. How are you alpha? The alpha is always going to push himself harder and harder when they elevate every day. And they're not going to talk about it, they're just going to fucking do it. So guys, answer me that. Are you really as alpha as you think you are? Let me read one of these questions actually that somebody asked me. I have it right here. What is your purpose in life? That's from Jamie. And that's another thing about being alpha. You have to know your purpose in life. You have to be self-aware. A lot of you guys are not self-aware. Just because you get cute or bad bitches, or whatever the case may be, does that make you? That does not make you alpha. So, do you think that really makes you alpha? Just asking. Alpha is always. Remember this. Alpha is always going to put the people around him in a position where they're almost first, but he's still going to lead. See, a lot of you guys are going to get lost in what I just said. You put everybody around you in a position where they're almost first. So everybody's like this, but you're still able to lead them, and it's a big difference. And those people follow your leadership. This is not something that you learn, this is something that you're born with. So, I'm asking y'all, man, are you really an alpha? Can you really have all those traits? I know a couple guys that have all those traits, and you would never even hear a peep about how much of an alpha he is. I'm just saying. So, like, really dig deep. I mean, you you could learn how to be these traits. But most of y'all, like I said, is not all of these traits. So that means you're not a fucking alpha. Just saying. Let me get to some more of these questions. And I want to talk about, and this is how I'm going to debunk a lot of your shit too. Now every guy thinks he's a high value male. Thanks to Kevin Simmons. Shout out to Kevin Simmons. So every guy thinks that she's a high value male or an alpha male. Every woman thinks, and when I say every, I mean a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna say every single last one of you. But most women think that they're a boss bitch, they're independent, they're this or that. No. Just because you do OnlyFans don't make you this boss bitch. Just because you have a sugar daddy or a dude that's tricking on you don't make you this boss bitch. I'm just saying. Like, yeah, you get nice things, you're basically rented, I'll say it like that, because that person is using you until they're done with you, or those people are paying for your needs until they're done with you. It's kind of like a Blockbuster movie, right? You could rent a Blockbuster movie back in the day for like $3 or 3 days for a couple dollars. You know, for new ones it'd be a little bit extra. You know, you might only get it 2 days. Then you could extend it, pay a little bit extra money for extended time, and you'll definitely be able to keep those longer. And if you, I mean, after a while, if you just kept them, then they just charge you for them. And that's what a lot of the dudes do, is they overpay for women, and they give you this lifestyle, but at the split of a second, they can take that same lifestyle away from you. Because here's the thing. Every day is a new 18-year-old. And a new 18-year-old, with it being a new 18-year-old female, there's a guy that's a sugar daddy that stops sugaring to one person and goes down to the next one. Same thing with OnlyFans, okay? Like, let's be honest. All it takes is 10 subscribers to leave and not a return of X subscribers, and you're no longer making this certain money. See, a lot of you guys think because you made this money this month, the next month, and the month after that, that's what you make all year round. And a lot of your money fluctuates. Same thing with, you know, the fucking D-boys back in the day. Same thing with a lot of these rappers, a lot of these people that be in movies, entertainers, shit like that. Like, it's not all the time. A lot of the time it's okay, yeah, you get money here or there, you know, it might be sweet for a couple of years. But most people are not being smart about it and reinvesting into different things. So they get comfortable with this lifestyle and they think that lifestyle is gonna last forever. Well, one thing I learned at a very young age is nothing lasts forever. So, me when I was hustling, like, and I hustled everything and anything. We talked about that on plenty of other podcasts. Except like hard drugs and shit, right? And shit that was really gonna send me away. That wasn't my style. But the shit did it. Anything that I did hustle, like I did it at a high rate. Even when I was doing custom uniforms, I was hustling that shit hard, and I was making a lot of money. But see, the thing about me, which makes me stand out for a lot of other people, is that I don't get comfortable with that shit. So I'm always looking for the next investment or the next move to do my shit. because I know that this shit could, since I provided the service, is not guaranteed. This shit might be a slow month. Every hustler went through a slow month or a drought at one point in time in their life. Um, so that debunks the alpha talk even more. With everybody calling themselves high value or fucking independent. I mean, like, you guys just started hearing about this shit on fucking YouTube. So you're following a trend of what people talk about or what people say. How many people did you hear say that they were high value before Kevin Samuels? I'll wait. How many girls really was saying that they were independent and X, Y, and Z or alpha women? Women didn't even know anything about being an alpha woman. So, like, you got people that made up these terms, and now all of a sudden everybody's just a fucking alpha woman. So you're following the pack. That's one of the major traits, is being a leader. So if you are following the pack, how the fuck are you a alpha? Same thing with the big boom with everybody doing crypto, and you're a crypto investor now, and you got some surgeries probably from the same doctor. That's not an alpha trait. You're supposed to be a free thinker. You're supposed to be a leader, right? That's not an alpha trait. I'm sorry. I just personally think that there's no such thing as an alpha. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is a term that just got made up recently. If your life is fucked up, you're not alpha. Like, if your life is always fucked up, you're not alpha. I'm sorry. So I want men and women to answer those questions, really dig deep, and ask those fucking questions to yourself. Am I really an alpha? 9 times out of 10, most of you are not. But it's okay. You don't have to be. Be you. Be that strong, prosperous person. Create your own lane. How about that? And do you to the fullest potential. That's the greatest way to do shit. Instead of making claims that you're something that you're not. Let me answer these questions real quick, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Question from G. Do women think that they have enough time to satisfy a man's needs? Me personally, I would say no. Reason being is because most women don't really know what man's needs are. Us as men, we're very simple, most of us. So if you able just to say, oh, I give him pussy, I do, okay, so what? Like, that's satisfying a need, but his needs. Most of the time, you guys are so busy trying to chase your career that you don't even pay any attention to your dude unless it's him fucking up, or you feeling like he is fucking up. If you want to really, women, if you really please your guys and really get chosen and really just fulfill a man's needs, is very simple. Help him be better. I'm not talking about motivate, because a dude that's ambitious and a guy that's really trying to prosper and elevate, like, he's probably already motivated. So what you could do is help him even more and be his peace while he is slaying the world, which men, y'all should be doing. won't you be the last person that really fucking gets on his nerves? Why won't you be a person that really supports what he's doing and try to understand it? Be his peace. Because all the men that I know, the more you're his piece and the more you do your shit, the more he's going to want to do shit for you. So everybody wins. And I want to debunk something else. I said a few podcasts ago, I said I don't believe in happy wife, happy life. Because I don't. I believe in happy husband, happy life. Because most of the time, especially if you got a more so dominant male or a leader or whatever the case may be, he's supposed to set the tone of the house. Women truly don't know what they want. And this comes from women and studies, but this comes from women. And I'm talking about women that have been through life, women that's in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. So I could try to be doing everything that I think that makes you happy, you know, making sure everything is paid, doing this, giving you pretty good sex, but it's going to be something else that you want. I can even, you know, give you attention, yada, yada, yada. But it's always something that biologically, you know, it's days that you don't feel pretty, you don't feel sexy, you don't feel desire, you don't feel this, you don't feel that. But if you make that man happy, and this is for like the real niggas, I ain't talking about like no suck niggas and shit, right? If you really make that man happy, he controls the tone of the house. So he's gonna go out his way even more to want to make you happy. And if you guys got kids, he's gonna make sure the kids are straight. He's gonna make sure that life is good. He's gonna reward you for your actions. Because solid dudes, we don't really have too many things that kind of throw us off from our norm, right? But if you don't make that man happy, and that whole energy, the vibes, the everything is tense. Everybody has to walk on eggshells. The kids be like, yeah, man, I can't wait till Dad's not here. So forth and so forth. I'm just saying. I am just saying. So, women really like try to get to know your man and ask him different things, what he likes. Okay, you know that he likes this special dish. Cook that special dish for him sometime, without even asking. You know, be his calm. Let him have his peace. Like I say that everybody needs therapy, right? But I'm not talking about going to a string. His therapy could be watching sports and just escaping the world. Let him be at his peace. Be his peace. Give him feminine energy. I'm telling you, he will reward you. Okay. This is Chris. He said, how can he stop getting friend zone? The thing about it is like this. When you become too much of a friend, a woman that not desire you at all, and I say this all the time, you shouldn't be her, like you shouldn't, like for example, you should not be taking her on multiple dates and, you know, letting her pick. You shouldn't even take her on made a whole bunch of dates if y'all not together, really. One or two if y'all casually dating, possibly 3. But that's like dating and sex, right? So in order to stop getting friend zoned, like be self-aware, like know what's really in your league, like who likes you, fuck with who likes you. Stop chasing the ones that's not doing anything for you. If she's holding out and not giving you no ass, and she's stringing you along for multiple dates, or stringing you along for cash, or stringing you along for this, or she talks to you about her problem with other men, that's a sign that, okay, you gotta take a step back. Stop trying to pursue that. Why would you try to pursue something that's not trying to pursue you? And for the women that you are trying to get, my greatest thing that I used to do is learn their traits and learn them a little bit while we're dating. But I'm not gonna be strung along. That's not me. So, once she feels that you're a friend, you're no longer desired. And when you're not desired, like, she doesn't want to have nothing to do with you. I don't play that friends on the road shit. If I like a chick, we fuck with each other, or I'm not fucking with her like that. That's just me. So, work on yourself, become a better you, keep on being prosperous, elevate, and like who likes you. Be self-aware. Fuck with the women who like you. Simple. This is the last question. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I've been rambling for 30 minutes. Does Jessica, does sex matter in relationships? Absolutely. I don't care what people say. Intimacy and sex is a big thing in relationships. On a woman's side, because she wants to feel desire, she wants to feel like the one, she wants to really be connected, and that's the way that a lot of women, or most women, connect. Look up serotosis, or I can't remember the name. It's something's a bonding agent. When women have sex, that's why it's not great to have sex with every fucking body as a woman, because so, and with men, we are sexual creatures. Most men who wasn't like I always say too, most men don't have access to sex. So when they finally start getting access to sex, I'm not saying every man, I said a lot, most, they're not smashing it as much as you think. But the guys that do, they're gonna want it because that's a factor. Like, that's what they like. And the guys that just started, they're gonna really want it because that's something that, like, they were held from for so long that, like, and most guys, if they're not gonna get it with you, if you're gonna hold out on them, they're probably gonna, at some point in time, they're probably gonna get it from somebody else. I'm just saying, I'm being 100% honest. And you should let a man clear his pipes. It's nothing worse than a man with a clogged pipe. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna get out of here for today. It was a pleasure. Like, subscribe, and comment on the shit, man. I answer back. And I'm out. Deuces.